Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Distinguished Speaker Series. I know we've come back after a little while, after a break, but am I excited to bring one of the most amazing people that I got to meet. And I thought, oh my gosh, she will be a perfect person to bring on to our Distinguished Speaker Series, where we bring our experts and people who are an authority on their subject and bring them and showcase their knowledge and learn from them and bring what is it that they're doing in the world and how they're making a change. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Asma Wasti. I'm the founder of Accelerate Global, a personal growth and education organization that actually helps you start new businesses. If you are working within less than 3 years of startups, we help you in establishing an online digital growth, getting your new clients, irrespective of your environment. So I cannot wait to introduce our new guest for today. Her name is Roxana Blagescu. I'm hoping that I said it correctly, Roxana, and she joins us from Romania. Welcome, Roxana. Thank you for coming on board to our channel and speaking to us today.
Thank you. Yeah, you did great regarding my name. Good job.
I was very conscious. I had written it down, but thank you. Now when I met you, I was quite intrigued by what you do. You are a neuro language coach, one of a certified neuro language coach, one of only 1,000 in the world. It's not your regular NLP that people, neuro language practitioners that people might confuse you. I know I confused you with that one first, right? And then you corrected me. So I would really love for our audience to learn from you to what is neuro language coach and what is it that you do?
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. It's very, very easy to mix up. Actually, it's about neuro language coach. It's not about NLP. It's an ICF certification, and it's together with efficient language coaching. They implemented this program together with ICF, and I am very happy to be part of a network of 1,000 neuro language coaches at this moment in the whole world. So at my origins, I am a language teacher. I have spent over 20 years in teaching, and then more than 16 years in language trainings for companies mostly. And 2 years I shifted neuro language coaching, which is blending coaching techniques and principles with applied neuroscience to brush up on the language skills and also on your communication.
Okay.
What it is great about this that it's fully learner-centered, so everything is 100 customized based on the likes and dislikes of the learner, and then also very important, the environment where the language will be used.
Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and because of these all elements, the learning curve is shortened. And also because we focus on very small bites, they build trust faster, and they also learn faster. Then blending neuroscience, the way I like to express it, is that we learn to become friend with our brain, so that we can understand it better, and to know maybe to understand better maybe why we do not feel the progress, although there is a lot of work in the background. Like, I don't know, maybe I watch all the time videos, I watch movies, I'm listening to podcasts, but I'm not able to speak. And at a
Yes, I
certain
know,
moment,
right?
you might feel overwhelmed or disappointed, and their self-esteem is very, very low. Then, through neuroscience, we try to explain all these things to our coaches, and then we explain how to better understand the brain and better collaborate so that they can integrate better their knowledge.
Right. And I'm going to ask you that question that I did before. So I am, as you know, we're learning a new language, Spanish, and I'm so gung-ho about learning it. It's been a little while and I've used a few apps. I watch Telemundo, you know, the television channels, and I listen. And as you said, I can read menus, I can order, but I feel shy when it comes to speaking because I feel that I will fumble and the words don't come out right grammatically, right? What is it that I can do to improve that and change that?
Practice in speaking your knowledge, because at this moment you have some knowledge, you understand reading, you can listen very well, but you have to practice all this knowledge, because besides the knowledge we have gathered for a certain period of time, if we do not put it into practice, it's not useful. Because
so I need to go grab someone who speaks Spanish and kind of practice, and if I can't find them, then it will be a challenge.
Or you can easily start by talking to yourself. This is also a very good exercise, speaking to yourself, not necessarily in a mirror, but just speaking to yourself. For example, when you are thinking at something or you want to say something to yourself, you can start slowly doing it in Spanish.
Good point.
And
so I can start thinking in that language too, right?
But you can think loud.
Right. So that people can think, oh yeah, she's saying something, probably in a language that she speaks. Very interesting. Good practice though. Excellent.
For example, when having lunch, and if you are alone, not to feel embarrassed, you can start by doing this exercise.
I would like to, maybe one day when nobody's around, because I know my family is never, I will never hear the end of it if they hear me speaking out loud to myself like that. But it's a great practice. I like it. It's a good idea. Let's go back a little bit about, no, in fact, I want to ask you this question before we move on. Can this technique and this neuro-language coaching, now I know it's specific to language, but people can learn other things, other vocations, because it's relevant to learning and understanding how your brain works?
Basically, after coming on board to search a program, it's not only about language or communication. It's also about building some habits, some learning habits that you can replicate in any other learning process. And this is awesome. Because it's not only about knowledge, language, I learned that word, I learned some grammar, then it's about building some habits and building trust in your skills so that you can use it on long term.
Right. So you can apply it to any other thing also. It's not just the language.
Exactly.
Wow. So that's
because
a master skill.
We also focus on this, like in any coaching approach. Yeah, we try to build habits and to follow up and to give autonomy, because autonomy is very important, because then the coaches are going to use the language and to communicate without my help.
Wonderful. Now, I know in our conversation earlier, you did mention that sometimes we don't realize it's not the language that we're trying to learn that is an impediment, not knowing the words or the vocabulary. It's something else in our brain that is stopping us. Can you talk more about that? Because that was an aha moment for me. I told you, right?
I am very happy about that. Yeah, many of my clients actually, they do not have a problem with the language itself or the vocabulary, or they have a great level of language, but they are not able to communicate. And you might feel disappointed, and you might start have a very low confidence. And then you might also have problems at work or even in your life, because you start to think about this and to doubt about yourself and your skills. And then through coaching, we explore more, and sometimes these blockages are because of some bad experiences from school or from other learning experiences, not necessarily connected to languages. Or maybe you feel inferior because somebody told you, you will never manage to speak this language no matter the work you put in.
Right. So if somebody made fun of you when you were learning something new or different when you were a child or at any other point in your life, that could stay with you, and that could become a blockage in learning something new and different when you're older, and especially language, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And then there is another limiting belief, especially when it comes to adults and to languages too, that if I am an adult, I cannot learn a language or improve
Why is that?
communication. So for me, when I started 16 years ago, when I started focusing only on adult language trainings, I remember my trainees coming to my trainings, and they were pretty shy, and sometimes they were so shy that they didn't dare to say the trainings are for them, actually.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but connected to the neuroscience, it is very well proved nowadays that we can actually learn at any age. And my oldest coach, he was 69 years old, and he was doing great.
What
He
a
was
student.
amazing and very active. He wanted to brush up on his language skills. And he was in a group of 10 people. He was the oldest, and then the youngest was 27 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do this at any age. Now tell us a little bit about your background, because it is an entrepreneurial group of people that actually watch specifically for learning, business basics and understanding. Majority of our coaches and people that come and show the experts are entrepreneurs. You work for yourself. Did you always think that this is what you will work towards? Is that all your life that you studied it, or it just came about? But you studied for something different? You never saw yourself being an entrepreneur and working for yourself like this today?
Yeah, just a short comment. My focus is also on entrepreneurs, because language is very important in expanding your business and also in understanding the others. And speaking the language of your partners or of your clients gives you a lot of freedom. And a lot of trust of your skills. I don't know if I have thought about being an entrepreneur when I was a child, especially because I lived in Romania. Back to my childhood, it was during the communist time. So at that moment, you couldn't basically not be an entrepreneur. But later on, when I finished my studies, the university, I spent a few years in a public high school, and then slowly I moved into entrepreneurship.
Wonderful. Did it run in the family at all? I know you said that you grew up in a communist Romania at that time. It must be challenging. It must be, were there any defining moments in your life that actually transformed you to be who you are today?
Yeah, exactly. I believe the environment shapes us. And it was challenging, but it also helped me to be confident, and also it helped me to learn how to adapt quickly, which is very important as an entrepreneur.
True. So true. Because you have to turn on a dime a lot of times. Like with this COVID hit, people had to move onto the digital platform. And that's why we tend to exist. Our business exists and grew remarkably with our clients and their businesses. So, how many, tell us a little bit about your family and with your siblings. Is there any entrepreneurship in them, or do they work for themselves, or you're the only one, or you're the, as they say, I'm the bad apple? I know in my family.
I am the only entrepreneur in my family. So my parents were not entrepreneurs. I have a brother, neither my brother. So I'm the only one. And for me, it was, let's say, a natural step. Because I didn't agree with some, let's say, politics from the public school system. I consider that for me it was much better to work for myself. And it was a smart decision. I have never regretted, although it's not always easy.
Sure. Yeah. What are the challenges that you would normally face, or what tips then that you could actually give who's thinking of going in this direction?
What I can tell you here in Romania, it's about bureaucracy. This is sometimes killing, especially small businesses. So it's very hard to deal with this. But then I guess it's very challenging, and maybe some entrepreneurs are stepping back because you do not have a constant income. And this is sometimes challenging, especially if you have a family. So, and if you come from a corporate environment, where you had a salary, a monthly
We're not used to not having a consistent income. But at the same time, I say, Roxana, if you have the right framework and the right guidance in order to do that, then you can build a consistent income. You can build on that network of people and building that audience and that sales. Tell me what made you, this is so unique because you're, as I said earlier when I introduced you, you're 1 in 1,000, right? Of doing such a new thing, which is right at the cusp and the verge of emerging on the world platform. What made you think that you could actually go and do that for yourself? And why neuropathology? Why neurolanguage coaching, right?
I was very pleased with my work and my results. And I was doing great, but maybe some of our entrepreneurs watching us might relate to this. I was looking for a touch of spark to add to my trainings, language trainings, and I was the feeling that sometimes I could not help as much as I wanted my clients. Sometimes because these blockages, I didn't know how to better tackle them and how to help them better. And I was looking for something. I already knew coaching for many years, and I was following and reading, watching, sometimes going to presentation, but I want to still be close to languages. I didn't
have a
want
love for languages.
I guess, but it's a natural love. It's not something that, let's say, I was pushed into.
Right. So it comes natural to you. How many languages do you speak?
Not so many: French, English, German. I'm learning Dutch right now, but I
Wonderful.
have studied 7 more others.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's remarkable. It's not that there's not so many. My dog is going crazy a little bit right now, but that's okay. That's part of a parcel of our business from home these days. Um, so, and you do have a master's degree as well at the same time. You did complete that, and then postgraduate, you went on to do this, right?
I did this certification 2 years ago,
Mm,
so almost 2 years ago when the pandemic started.
right. That's wonderful.
And yeah, and I don't know if I will continue to study more regarding this neuro language coaching. At this moment, I am an advanced neuro language coach,
Wonderful.
and I will move forward with this journey because I like it very, very much.
Okay, I like that too. That's a very, you gave me actually a few little pointers just by in this conversation alone on how to apply this in my daily language. If you can provide that, if somebody who is looking to learn a new language specific, because why should they, right? That's the question that they might ask. Why should we use this methodology? You gave us a lot of description as to why it's so effective and it's easier for them to apply. But why is it important for them to go through this process, and why should anyone be learning a new language? Number one, the kind of people that come to you, who are they? What is their need that normally, that they
Mhm.
approach you? I know you're really good at what you do, so you help them quite a bit. It's extensive in what you do. So what is it what are the different applications in their life that they can choose to use your services?
As an entrepreneur, is very important to expand your business, and maybe English might be enough, quite enough,
Yeah.
because it's spoken all over the world. So you might not have problems, but it's very rewarding to speak the language of your partners or of your clients, and also you feel more integrated, and
Mm-hmm.
you avoid strange situations. For example, like people around you chatting in their let's say mother tongue other than English,
Mm-hmm.
so you might be feel a little bit awkward or left aside. So
Yeah.
that also prevents from such situations.
Mm-hmm.
And then speaking a new language or brushing up on language skills it gives you a lot of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So you do not need to ask somebody to check an email that you have written, or if you want to post something on social media, then you should go to ask to somebody to write the post, then to upload it, and then maybe you might sometimes thinking, did he catch the right idea I
The
wanted to
essence of what you wanted to
express?
convey. That's right. And Canada is a bilingual society. I'm in Canada, and I work from the English speaking side of Canada, but we do have French speaking side as well, right? And we are bilingual, and it really does matter to integrate. In order to integrate in the society that you're living in, is to speak as many languages that are spoken there, possibly, to get the full flavor of the culture and the environment and integration of it. So I think that works definitely well from an entrepreneurial perspective, as well as from social and cultural perspective, right? For people
Yes.
who are coming
Yes,
in
of course,
new.
because language is always connected to culture, and you
Mhm,
cannot learn a language
mhm.
without learning about the culture or the customs or the mentalities, especially as entrepreneur, or if you want to relocate and to, I don't know, because my
As a
focus is
newcomer to
also,
a new country.
yeah, is on coaches. Maybe they want also to expand and have clients from other cultures. It's very important to know their customs and their mentalities, because it helps you to feel integrated, and you also understand better your clients, and you can help them better without asking why he did that or why he said that.
Right. And one of the last questions, actually, we're almost done. Like, time goes by so fast. I tell you, I'm
Time
having
is
so much
flying.
fun enjoying your conversation. For people who are looking for jobs, that are looking for jobs in different countries or in the country that they have immigrated to, and if they use the neuropathy, like the neuro language
Okay.
methodology of learning
Mhm.
coaching, do you think that it makes them faster to learn it that way and be able to qualify and apply for the jobs that they qualify for, and maybe the language was a hindrance before?
Yeah, because you can learn faster if
Mm-hmm.
you also do your part of work.
Mm-hmm.
And also because we focus exactly on how the language will be used,
Uh-huh.
exactly on what you will need, because learning language is very vast. It's something that, and it brings a lot of uncertainty. And
Mm-hmm.
when you know exactly what are you going to do, what are you going to learn, what are you, how you are going to use that language,
Apply. Yeah.
that brings you a lot of certainty.
Right. Right. And a lot of confidence that comes with it, right?
Confidence, self-esteem, yeah. And also maybe, as we have already spoken, maybe they have a very good level, but they are not able to apply for a job or to go to an interview in that language. And here we can work around and
Mhm.
coach around and see where these blockages are coming from, and how we can find a solution to improve that.
Aha, good question. Good point. So it's not just people who want to learn a new language, but
No.
if they want to be fluent in that language,
Mhm.
because if there's another blockage that is actually stopping you, because you work through the brain, how the brain works for the people, you help remove that blockage, and that suddenly it's like a flow, like a gush of water that comes through a pipe that was blocked, literally, right?
Yeah, because the idea with the neuroscience, and the applied neuroscience, is to go into flow, to create the perfect brain state so that you can go into the flow.
Very interesting. I am so fascinated with this field, and this the fact that you are very few of the ones that are actually practice this and apply it, and you have people who are benefiting from you. Um, Amazing. Any tip that you can give to somebody who's looking to learn something new, be it language or anything else, where should they start?
Um, First of all, make a clear idea what they need for that thing,
Mhm.
and how determined they are to invest in that. Not only about money,
All right.
but also about time and energy.
All right.
And also how motivated they are to
Mhm.
do this.
Okay. So they
This
need to have
will
a
be the
goal.
first
Yeah.
step. Yeah. Mhm.
Uh,
And then search for a partner.
mhm.
Because when there is another person going through, or you walk together through this journey, is
Mhm.
easier.
Okay. That's a good point, to have a partner that actually keeps on motivating you and you can work through with them. As you said, you told me to practice with somebody. Maybe I'm going to call somebody up who speaks Spanish over the phone and talk to them and see how that works and goes. Roxana, I truly appreciate that. And I know that you have offered to our members of the Webinar Accelerator of Accelerate Global a 1 hour free consultation. You want to talk about that? a little bit?
Yes, I'm offering to our members a free consultation. And so they have just to drop me a message and we can establish this. Actually, it's like a vision board to see where they are and where they would like to be, and in what time frame we can do this.
Right.
And after this consultation, they will get a plan, and they will know exactly what they have to do to be there where they would like to be.
Wonderful. So in an understanding of their plan and actually the achievement of the timeline within, they will be able to, in learning the language or learning something new.
Because the timeline is also important.
Right.
And it helps us to focus better.
Absolutely. And that's $500, 500 euros worth of, that's amazing. Thank you so much for offering that to our members. I truly appreciate it. And we will definitely share every single platform that you're present on and your email as well down below on our YouTube channel under the video. Please like, subscribe, and share this. Share this with anyone who you think that can benefit from Roxana's expertise. It's a free consultation. You don't want to miss that, at least for 1 hour, right? So for sure, you want to maximize that and see if that's worth your while. Absolutely. So we will be posting that. Subscribe to us, share it, and we will be happy to get you connected to Roxana for that. I truly appreciate you appearing on our Distinguished Speaker Series, Roxana. It was really my pleasure to talk to you. A lot of good things that we learned today.
Thank you very much, and I am thrilled to be here, and hope that entrepreneurs will benefit from our discussions today.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they will. We'll be posting it everywhere, and for sure. I'm so happy to find that information from you. Folks, please join us next time. We will be coming up soon. Stay tuned to us for the next distinguished speaker coming up on this series. We are thrilled to have Roxana today, and we look forward to you joining us live again for the next distinguished speaker every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.